Hi guys, good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It's another educational video, and well, it's I would say it's going to be like few episodes related to what we are going to start to discuss today. I'm talking about if it's possible at all to spot the market manipulation, and well, if that's possible, what we should focus on, right? First and foremost, we have to remember that we are going to discuss certain price action, certain price behavior, because as long as we personally we cannot move the market, all right, we can use the charts only, meaning that there is a room for the mistake, right? Meaning that again, it's not the holy grail. And again, going forward, meaning that it shouldn't be like all in. Oh yeah, I can see market is manipulating right now, I'm gonna do opposite, for example, right? And all in. No, not at all. Proper risk management has to be in play. And one of the very good latest example is what is going on lately on euro dollar, for example, right? Where we have plenty of those manipulations going on, okay? And if you are watching my market analysis, then I'm very often using the sentences like they were buying the latest weakness or they were selling like latest strength, right? And that's what we are going to discuss. We are going to check the real chart examples in the future, within the next episodes, right? Today, we are going to start with the whiteboard right here, right now, all right? So, we have to get back to the beginning. We have to get back to the basic, all right? What I mean by that, if you are watching Light Forex Global YouTube channel, okay, then you are aware that there is a section with the educational videos, and some time ago, at the very beginning, I did the introduction to the basic supply and demand, to the possible supply and demand zones, right? And that's where we have to start with this episode, and I'm going to add something extra into that, right? So just quickly, just not to, because then you can get back and watch that one. Basically, we can talk about this type of the setup where the latest demand, that's the demand, been taken out, right? So overall, that's the demand, right? That's the demand, right? We are moving higher, that's the supply, all right? And then supply is strong enough that the sellers are able to take out the latest demand, all right? So that's the clear supply zone, and as long as we are below, well, if everything else is on the seller's side, move here, that's where we should try to work with the short side, right? But very often this type of the setup is visible on a smaller time frame, where from the higher time frame this price action is hitting demand from the higher time frame, right? Higher time frame demand. And instead of the pullback here, no pullback, market is suddenly going strongly higher, right? Taking out supply again, right? Then we can argue that, okay, we have visible demand here, but don't forget that was already been hit from the higher time frame. We don't have to necessarily get back here, meaning that very often we are going to work only with this supply, meaning that's gonna be some kind of the consolidation, and we are going to continue, all right, to the upside. Opposite is true. Opposite is true when we have some kind of the supply going lower, there is some demand pushing market above, right? So here there is a lower time frame demand. So everyone is looking for a buy on the pullback, right? But from the higher time frame, unaware traders, they don't see that. That's the higher time frame supply. All right? Aggressively pushing back and hitting, taking out this lower time frame demand, and then suddenly consolidation and continuation to the downside. That's what we are going to discuss. That's what we are going to trying to spot when it comes to the charts, right? This type of the setup. So trying to summarize, if that's the original Riley base drop, so supply zone, right? Once we are taking this out because of some factors from the same time frame or higher time frame, then that what was supposed to work as supply now it got the great chance to work as a demand, right? Because all those sellers here, right, they are gonna be so happy on the pullback after the breakout that they can get out from the shorts with the tiny loss or even break even, right? And from the opposite perspective, okay, we have drop, base Riley, so overall we have lower time frame or the same time frame demand, right? But based on the factors from the left side of the chart, suddenly we've seen aggressive move and we are taking out this demand, right? And we just retesting, consolidating and going lower, right? Well, that might be called here, might be called as a latest local weakness or latest weakness, right? And once it's broken to the upside, in that case, market is aggressively buying that zone then, right? And same here, right? It might be called as a latest local strength, and once we are retesting post breakdown, this demand turned out to be supply. Guys, it's plenty of things to discuss, so I don't want to go through at once. I don't want to mix some things up. Think about that. If you have any questions, let us know, let me know. I'm here to explain everything in details. It's a huge, and if you are going to understand, you are more than half of your way learning the trading, especially it works very well from the day trading perspective. It was my pleasure to start with this new topic, if we can spot some kind of the manipulation, because we know that the market is being manipulated, right? And as I mentioned, especially it's visible lately on the euro dollar, but we are going to check the charts. We are going to discuss the charts in the future. First, we have to work with the whiteboard. I'm going to provide more details with the next episodes. For now, that's it. It was my pleasure to make this educational video for you. Again, if you have the questions, don't hesitate. Stay in touch with us. Take care. Goodbye, guys.